welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, where last time we fought a dragon. A Freuden Frostback dragon, it was called, I believe. Over in the hinterlands, where the um like the area where you kind of go through the like basalt area and kind of leads up to that place with the dragon flying around. We fought that, and after multiple tries of multiple TPKs, I figured out how to fucking cheese it, cheese the entire fight, which was basically just stay near the edge of the arena, near the entrance to it, and just keep blasting. Um, as yeah, as it basically had like a, I guess, aggro radius that it didn't move past, even if you were outside of it. So we got the dragon down to maybe like half, a little bit less than half of its health. At which point I was just like, you know what, I'm tired reviving all of my party members, so I'm just gonna do this solo. And then we spent like the next 10 minutes just like blasting this dragon from a distance, whittling away its health very slowly. But like, yeah, nothing would aggro onto me, and I had a nice cover from like its ranged fireball attack, and we defeated it. As yeah, there we go. Other than that, we then went to Haven to upgrade our perks, getting the Deft Hands, Deft Tools perk lets us unlock things. And so after getting that, we went back to Valamire, got the Grey Warden treaties or papers, the one that we found in like that little locked castle room that we couldn't get into previously. Was a poem. And yeah, then we checked each of the maps just to see if there was any locked stuff, and there wasn't, so we went back to the hinterlands, and went to Redcliffe, unlocked a bunch of locked doors that were there, and then we went to the tavern to meet with Grand Enchanter Fiona. And the when we went to meet her, she seemed surprised to see us, and like kind of surprised and confused to see the head of the Inquisition there, and she's like, what's the Inquisition doing here? And I was like, you invited me in Val Royale. And she was like, what? And I'm like, well, someone who looked exactly like you definitely invited me. So what's going on here? And but it's like, but do you still want to help with, like, despite your confusion, do you still want to help with closing the breach? And she's like, I'm afraid I can't say, as I am now indentured to a Teventer Magister. And then said Teventer Magister showed up. I'm getting like a bunch of things. All of a sudden. Hmm. So yeah, like a Discord friend invite. Don't know who that is. Alright. Anyways. So that Taventer manager showed up after we asked like a few questions about the Alliance. Saying that like, you know, the Magister arrived 2 days after the conclave exploded. And like kind of helped push back some Templar forces. Was basically what we were able to gather. But said Magister showed up and was being all hoity-toity and imperious as yeah, and schemy. We kind of sat down to talk, and he asked his son to get something for him. And when said son returned, he kind of seemed unsteady on his feet, and he like bumped into us, passing off a note unseen by his father. And his father, like a kind of mother hen, kind of went to go attend to him, because I don't know. Apparently, he's a very overprotective father, and so the negotiations, the talk was cut short. We hadn't really even gotten to negotiations, and we looked at this letter, and it basically told us to meet us in the Chantry in Redcliffe. So we went around town as there were some new NPCs that had popped up. We met a rebel mage who was basically a Taventer loyalist. Didn't like the Inquisition being here. We met a Tranquil and learned that they have basically been cast out from Redcliffe, and we accepted this Tranquil to join the Inquisition because it seemed pretty nice. Tranquil are basically mages who have been like magically lobotomized. Their connection to the Fade ruined, so that now they can only really do very minor magic, particularly like enchanting, I believe, if I'm remembering my lore correctly. And yeah, they're also like kind of the tranquilization process also kind of removes their like emotions, really. So we get that. You also meet like a few other mages, some of them like basically from all over the political spectrum. We want some that want to be independent. Like we have like an anti-imperialist, like an anti-Taventer guy who we talk to. There's like a pro, like bring back the circles guy. There's like a pro independence guy. So like we kind of see that even within the quote unquote headquarters of the Age Rebellion, for the moment, there's a lot of different factions that are kind of more or less working together. Like the pro circle people are like, well, we already voted for independence, and probably safer to stick with my fellow mages than not, with the Templars rampaging around, so gotta stick to it. Maybe after this war we can try setting back up circles, whatnot. But yeah, we eventually made our way to the Chantry, And there, we found a rift open, and a man fighting off demons. We kind of helped him fight off the demons, and we closed the rift. Um, and yeah, sure enough, he did he introduce himself? It's Dorian. I know out of character it's Dorian if he has not properly introduced himself. Um, a kind of Teventer mage, not a magister, but just a mage. Um, and he is, or at least was, the apprentice to the magister here, Alexius something. Um, and apparently, he helped develop a form of time magic, and that the Magister is using time magic to kind of manipulate the rebel army. He doesn't know for what purposes, but he does know that he's kind of trying to, I guess, incorporate the Inquisition into his assets as well. And then the sun shows up, as it seems that they are co-conspirators, and they basically ask us to look into the Magister, basically. Figure out what it is that he's doing, and if need be, stop him. And yeah, that is, I believe that's about where we left off. And so we continue. Return to the war room. Okay.
Greetings, traveler.
Greetings.
Greetings, traveler.
How can I help you? It's been an honor.
Is there something you need? Fine day to you.
Okay. Oh, we also learned that the Magister is kind of taking up residence up
A
there.
desire demon took the mind of our young Lord Connor. The hero of Ferelden drove the demon away to save him. Make her be praised.
Okay. Unless there's any like new things that have popped up. I think so. Turn to the war womb. Oh, we've advanced. Full steps. Just want to see.
Greetings. I have some more questions. Why am I not surprised?
What happened to your brother?
Tell me about... I would prefer not to speak of...
Yes?
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
That's all for...
Should you require...
All right. Oh,
Good day.
always worries me a bit when the game stutters like that.
Greetings.
Hello.
I don't...
Human trained only. I can probably get rid of these, right?
Those are the forging tools of an apprentice. Wouldn't you like to use the hammer of a master?
Alright.
You dislike the Templars, sister? No. I know their purpose, but... You remember, I once ministered in a circle chantry.
Yes, I assumed you were used to having Templars around, keeping us safe from the mages.
The mages in the circle followed the chant of light as faithfully as the Templars, sister. More faithfully than some Templars, even. Some of the things those Templars did when they thought I did not see.
Just check and make sure I don't think he is an official ally yet. Yeah, alright.
With passionate breath does the darkness creep.
Do you need anything more, Good Mother?
Cedric should have that for you soon.
Okay. Hard to save before I turn this. The war room. What's this? The Hunter Shade
Have you had any
Draculus.
trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
A researcher has been examining everything known of the draconic species, and she believes that she has a way to flush out a creature that might serve as a mount. The Draculisk is a rarely seen beast, wary, skittish, but hardy and powerful. Certainly not a standard addition to a stable, but in what other ways has the Inquisition proven itself to be standard? Our allies will see the lure is properly placed and report well on the results. If you wish the lure is placed, it will be done. Having our soldiers place these lures in the designated area is simple enough. Why does each of these actually have a time related to it? Let's see. Jesus fuck. Holy fucking shit, dude. Apparently, this would normally take like 6 fucking hours.
Let us begin.
Like, Christ, dude. Okay, in hushed whispers, champions of the just. Like, come on, dude. Note, choosing the mages will make it impossible to work with the Templars. Redcliffe Castle and the mages who could close the breach are under the control of Magister Garion Alexius, a Venatory cultist with an unhealthy interest in Llewellyn and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited Llewellyn to the castle alone to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Leliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatory threat while Alexius's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. Recommended levels 4 to 7. And we'll look at this one just for comparison's sake. Leliana and Josephine have been working tirelessly to convince, coerce, and win over some of Orlay's most influential houses. 10 noble families will help the Inquisition pressure the Templars into sealing the breach, traveling to Therenfall Redoubt and demanding the Lord Seeker deal with them or face the wrath of Orlais. The Inquisition has promised the Herald of Andraste as its voice in these negotiations. 4 to 7. Okay. Always mages, baby. Oh. God. Discord is active today. Got another ping. Thankfully, it wasn't just some rando messaging me. Made a hard save, so...
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
How nice of him.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me?
He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you. Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister
has outplayed us.
I don't think it's over.
The Magister's son, Felix, told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business.
There will remain a threat, and a powerful one, unless we act.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
What about Arl Tegan? Okay. I just want to see if this has any actual this choice. Okay. It's actually so shows like an approval guide. All right. It doesn't seem like this choice matters. Okay, contact the Earl. We need another way inside.
Other than the main gate, there's got to be another way into the castle. A sewer? A watercourse? Something.
There's nothing I know of that would work.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused on Llewellyn, we break the Magister's defenses. It could work, but it's a huge risk.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Hi.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Yeah. Dracula's castle and the mages who could close the breach are under the control of Magister Gary and Alexius, a Venatori cultist, with an unhealthy interest in Llewellyn and the power to reorder time itself. You can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatori threat while Alexius's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. Let's go. Gotta have Dorian. And Cassandra. I mean, I'm fairly certain Dorian is a, go mage. Oh wait, no, we're gonna need a rogue. You know, one of each class.
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Mistress Llewellyn and no one else. You lot wait here.
They have to accompany me. You wouldn't deprive me of my attachés, would you?
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
If the Grand Enchanter wants to be part of these talks, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Oh, you can just be like, nothing. No. I mean, I feel like all three of these ones just kind of play our hand. Like, to be like, yep, we know this is a fucking trap.
The Inquisition has many backers among the Orlesian nobility. I'm sure we can find suitable compensation.
I'm not sure what the Orlesian nobility have to offer that I don't already possess.
She knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
Oh. So he was just gonna do that. Okay.
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief. Do you think you can turn my son against me? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
What is the mark?
If you know so much, enlighten me. Tell me what this mark on my hand is for.
It belongs to your betters. You wouldn't even begin to understand its purpose.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Who?
That's who you serve? The one who killed the Divine? Is he a mage?
Soon he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed. No!
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Oh, hello. Shit, dude.
Someone help! I'm too
Right, we're two mages. Jesus. I love fighting an elite enemy who is a warrior. It wasn't very long. Notice there's a bunch of red lyrium here. Fuck this dude. That one actually is shit. We thought it was a good idea to put 2 mages against fucking warriors. That is not what I fucking wanted. You didn't even let me choose where to place that. It just did it. Mm. Jesus fuck, dude.
Displacement. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
Can't see shit.
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
How far?
Did we go forward in time or back, and how far?
Those are excellent questions. We'll have to find out, won't we? Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
What was supposed to happen?
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I counted it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
Not really.
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here.
What the fuck happened to that voice
protect
line?
you.
What about the others?
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
What is happening to the
I doubt
voice
it was
lines right
large
now?
enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Do you know this outer one?
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
Let's get moving.
Then let's go.
I'm right behind you.
God, we got our fucking asses kicked, dude. Fuck that elite, dude. Holy shit. This mission's off to a great start. Looks like we can get in there. I guess this stuff is above. Yeah, I can't heal game.
Lucius has made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
I didn't see this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen. This is not an improvement.
Suppose I should check your equipment, my guy. That. Give you that. I don't know when I got that. I don't have any rings, huh? Alright. Ah, and he can be leveled up. No wonder you were so shit back there. Okay. Boop. 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 %. Okay. Give you those. Let's use some offensive magic. And let's go fire. Okay, Immolate burns hotter and has a shorter cooldown time, allowing you to rain fire upon your enemies more often. Okay. I got called down for dinner, so we're gonna take a break. Boop. 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 I am a bat. Had Alfredo fettuccine and pork chop and green beans. It was pretty good. Very, very good. Okay. Good. We seem to have been the wrong way. Yoink. Yoink. Well, you know what I forgot to do? Okay. There's some just random blood here. And blood. Oh. And magic circles. Why?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
What happened to you? I know you.
Lisas. Hello? Do you remember me?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me.
Gotcha. A little spooky. We got some enemies up ahead. God fucking damn it. It's another fucking elite. Oh, game. God, I hate these fucking elites, dude. It's, lag ain't helping anything either. Fucking damn it. HP. Thank you. Thank you for killing yourself. Okay. This is rough. Bebek? I hear Varric, but I do not see Varric. There he is.
Andraste Sacred Knickers, you're alive. Where were you? How did you escape?
We didn't escape. Alexius sent us into the future.
Everything that happens to you is weird.
What happened to you?
You don't look so good, Varric. What happened?
Bite your tongue. I look damn good for a dead man.
You're no more dead than we are.
The not dying version of this red lyrium stuff? Way worse. Just saying.
We get to Alexius, and I just might be able to send us back to our own time. Simple, really.
That may not be as easy as you think. Alexius is just a servant. His Elder One assassinated the Empress and led a demon army in a huge invasion of the South. The Elder One rules everything. What's left of it, anyway. Alexius is really not the one you need to worry about.
I promise you, Varric, we'll make sure none of this happens.
I'm pretty sure you're crazy. Or I'm crazy. Either way, it's a nice thought. You want to take on Alexius? I'm in. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Lower cells.
The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. You've returned to us. Can it be? Has Andraste given us another chance? Maker, forgive me. I failed you. I failed everyone. The end must truly be upon us if the dead return to life.
You look wounded. Maybe we can help.
Nothing you do can help me now. I'll be with the Maker soon.
Alexius sent us forward in time. If we find him, we may be able to return to the present.
Go back in time? Then, can you make it so that none of this ever took place?
Yeah.
That's my hope.
None of this will happen. Andraste, please let that be true.
All right. Finally.
Alexius locked himself in the throne room. That is where we'll find him.
Finally, I cannot die. Go that way. There's apparently something over here, and I missed. I think it's just trying to point me that way. That's a huge ass skull. The adventure armor. Nobody in these cells. Is there something that I can interact? Oh.
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
I don't understand. What's happened to you?
Red lyrium. It's a disease. The longer you're near it, eventually you become this. Then they mine your corpse for more.
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mir. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
We have to get out of here. Go back in time.
Please, stop this from happening. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
I promise I will do everything in my power to set things right.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly, before the Elder One learns you're here.
A dead body there, eh?
If red lyrium is an infection, Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
Oh, look out, it's happening again. Eric, where the fuck are you? Oh, he's over there. Gonna be a rough mission, dude. No potions because of that fucking bullshit ass first fight.
Red lyrium is an infection. Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you... find
out.
This time it was much easier.
Andraste, have mercy on their souls.
Well, the gang's all back together. What could go wrong now?
A lot.
Take a look around. See if there's anything we can use.
Oh, thank God. The guard's journal. Alexius keeps asking for patrols of the walls. A waste of time, if you ask me. The Inquisition ground themselves to a pulp against the walls ages ago. Ferelden made 3 attempts to lay siege here before the last life got crushed out of them. Who's left out there to threaten us? The mountain barbarians? But Alexius seems to expect a siege. Man's gone completely mad. Better to put the men on watch inside the walls. More of those blasted rifts open every day. It was better when we still had the people for blood sacrifices. Unbound demons have emptied the castle, village, and surrounding countryside of everyone who's not sleeping in their armor. Now it's just wild demons everywhere. A prayer to the new God. Praise his name who has risen from the darkness. Praise his name who has striven for the light. Praise his name who has walked in the golden city. Praise his name. The old gods are no more. The maker never was. The new God is among us. Praise his name.
Want me to handle that?
Yes, actually. I wonder who those are. Something somewhere. I think it's that note. Yeah. No. That or it's something above us.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Ah! There is no god but the Elder One. The Maker is dead. Say it.
Never. I'll die a good Andrastian before living a second as one of you.
Henry.
they left her alive this long. Poor woman.
Ooh. Ah, go ahead, fucking move. Eater of souls. Load this. I want to see if I can maybe save that person. Nope, snap for combat. Means it would have to be this. Okay. We gotta go through all this again.
Take a look around. See if there's anything we can use.
Nail it up. Like the loot is randomized. I'm pretty sure all of these are kind of new. Okay, Amazon is better. We have barrier penetration. Okay. Yep, it is random.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his.
Oh, he's dead. Dead no matter what. Excuse me, sir. Could you stop that? So upset you can't save her. Choke point. Go fuck this guy. He's with his fucking barrier right now. There we go. Jesus.
May she find peace at the Maker's side.
that was the same.
Tell me how Lavella knew of the sacrifice at the temple.
Never.
You will break.
I will die first. Or you will.
Get him.
You're alive.
You're safe now.
Forget safe. If you came back from the dead, you need to do better than safe. You need to end this. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
Yoink.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Damn. Okay.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Back me up!
Didn't move too far. Close that shit. Hold it. Covered ducks. What is that? Viserion. I believe that is.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Don't hurt me, Linnea.
Alexius can't have wanted this.
I think he did. Supply cache there. Bad that there's supply caches.
The breach, it's
everywhere.
The Elder One and his Venatori. They are the ones who opened the breach.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Very. Why is this group so much fucking harder for some reason? Okay. What was that? It's Cloak of Shadows, right? Okay. Okay. Get up there. I figured. I wonder if people have tried to parkour up that, and if there has been any success. Royal Wing. Spirit resistance. Alexius's journal. This appears to be Alexius's journal. This is the final entry. Nothing works. I've tried countless times to go back before the Conclave explosion, before Felix's caravan was attacked by Darkspawn, before the Venatori first arrived in Minrathis, without success. The breach is the wellspring that makes this magic possible, and travel outside of its timeline is impossible. The Outer One's demand that I change the events of the Conclave can never be fulfilled. He may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. So, is Felix... He's got the calling, then. So he probably got some Darkspawn blood in him. And is dying because of that.
No! Connor! It was an act of courage. He knew there was no other way to resist. He resisted that demon to the last.
Huh? What? There's supposed to be a body here? What? I'm not... Spellbinder's journal. With every failed time spell, the Magister grows a bit more paranoid. Or perhaps it's not paranoia, since the Outer One really will kill him for his failures. The distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 12th, he had the foot soldiers excavate a shard doorway from parts unknown and painstakingly install it in the castle. Now his most trusted assistants can only see him if we all go at once, together, which we must do twice a day to bring him his meals, as he never leaves that room at all. And I feel like I'm... missing something.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Still trying to figure out what it was that caused them to be like, Connor, no! Like, I literally see nothing in this room. It was like, I feel like there's supposed to be a dead body or something. Bear. Lower Royal Wing. Combat coming up. We're fighting against shades. Against demons. Rift.
in Andraste's name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
There's a red lyrium, buddy. You don't want to look at it. Trial is available. A little bit. Not by much, but a little bit. Put this one left. Didn't even notice this guy until like just now. Oops.
This is the way to the main hall. Alexius will likely be there.
Inventory's full. God damn it. Too much loot. I guess that doesn't get rid of it, huh? What about this normie shit? Multiple ways. Go. My cash. Multiple supply caches.
Maker's breath. Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
This is the way I came, isn't it? Yep. Yep, this path specifically is the one I came from.
Watch the stairs! Try to take them by surprise.
I didn't even realize that was on the front line.
interested in saving his followers.
Oh, that kind of checks out. Big bad evil guy, you know. What's that or do? Okay. Yikers.
How much damage did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Sense. Masterwork Wave Blade.
Want me to handle that?
Yes. Yes, I do, actually. Thank you. iCache. Excuse me. The warrior. It's like pretty dark in here sometimes. No, that was that character. Pretty sure that just leads out. Yep. Remote. There it is. There we go. I like how those guys just fucking were able to go through the thing. Studies on the blight. Introduction of blight to prisoners yields no discernible pattern. Disease progresses erratically. Some subjects die within hours despite all efforts. Others show no symptoms at all. Subjects may harbor some natural resistance, which makes isolation and testing a priority. Later entry follows. 6 more subjects dead. Transfusions of blood from resistant prisoners slow the rate of corruption only slightly. Healthy flesh taken from live subjects and implanted in the affected will often die even before corruption spreads to it. In cases where implantation is successful, blight corruption spreads across donor flesh faster than host flesh. Prisoner Liliana has been the most useful source of resistant blood and skin to date. Ooh. Hmm? I missed something in this one? No, they're just outside the map. Notice that seems to be a problem with quite a few of these.
They haven't noticed us yet. Good opportunity to look for higher ground.
Kill the enchanter!
Oh shit.
Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
This. I'm doing health wise. Be good. Trying to get one more.
Try to take out that enchanter quickly. Block them from coming up the stairs!
There's a lot of them.
some light reading. Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Me too. Fuck is that? I think that's Minrathis. I'm guessing. They're doing health-wise. You up to full.
What happened here?
Venatori decorating at its finest.
Another one we've got like this. Oh, that's where that door led. Excuse me. Maybe if I get up here. No. Looks like you could get in there, but I don't think you can. Okay. Hello. He's turned into a ghoul. Felix, man, that's rough. Why'd you do all this, bro?
Look at what you've done, Alexius. All this suffering. And for what?
For my country, for my son. But it means nothing now. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
And be undone. The end?
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius. What have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Okay.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
No! No!
God damn it, Liliana. Okay, hold on. For some reason. Also, why is it so fucking
I
bright?
gave the world for Felix! Your death will be my apology!
Oh. Hold on. A bot? Die. That was an account created in 2014. Oh my god, are these bots using hacked accounts? Oof. That sucks. Where'd he go? Oh, someone already just put it.
How you gonna seal the breach? Where are your assassins this time?
Yeah, like my mouse cursor is stuck as though it's I'm right clicking. my own. That right? I don't fucking know, man. I think it's gonna work.
Your death will be my
My death will be his. Doing another one. Oh, he makes like a little barrier. Excuse me. Fighting this guy, I see.
Your death will be my apology.
Buddy, you need to calm the fuck down. Did you just break? That keeps getting like super lag.
Victory is impossible. Your death will be my apology. He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
We can still help.
This Alexius was too far gone, but the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now. The Elder One.
You'll have to hurry. This is bad. We'll hold the main door. Once they break through, it's all you, Nightingale.
We'll
We
make
got
this
this.
count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes.
Don't question their
spell.
determination.
You have as much time as I have hours.
Yeah. Are they leaving Liliana just there? Alright. Staying inside, I guess.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die!
Get him, Liliana.
You'll have to do better than that.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, imagine how surprised I was to learn you'd given Redcliffe Castle away to a Tevinter Magister.
Alistair?
King Alistair.
Especially since I'm fairly sure Redcliffe belongs to Arl Tegan.
Your Majesty, we never intended...
I know what you intended. I wanted to help you. But you've made it impossible. You and your followers are no longer welcome in Ferelden.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
We could offer you protection.
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
We still need mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I know you are a mage, but consider how these rebels have acted. They must be conscripted, not coddled.
I've known a lot of mages. They can be loyal friends if you let them. Friends who make bad decisions, but still loyal.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Strip the rebel mages into the service of the Inquisition, or offer the rebel mages a full alliance. Yeah. No, like, we're not gonna make them fucking prisoners, dude. They've been prisoners for most of their lives. You're our allies.
We would be honored to have you fight as
Solus,
allies
you're
at
not
the
even in my party
Inquisition's
right now.
side.
We'll discuss this.
Why are you approving of this?
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition honors your promise then.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now.
I think I just leveled up.
We can't fight it without you.
I think that's what
Any
that
chance
was.
of success requires your full support.
Ooh,
I'd
Cassandra
take
really
that
didn't like
offer
that.
if I were you. One way or another, you're leaving my kingdom.
That sure doesn't look very kingly there.
We accept. It would be madness not to.
Again, he's not really
Gather my
extravagant like
people
Kalen
and
was.
ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
They deserve it. Hell yeah, they do. Deep Stalker. Main story completed, and all it took was a little bit of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Uranium fever's gone and got me down. Hi Cap, how you doing? Hi. What are you up to? Also, how are you doing, M-Star? I just woke up a little while ago. Nice, nice. As you can see, we are not having D&D today. Oh,
there will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
We need their cooperation. They deserve freedom. Consider this their probation. I lied. I lied. Teehee. Doing well. How about yourself? I'm doing all right. Probation. Nah, man. Freedom. Some part of me is happy we have a little break. Cap doesn't want to play D&D anymore. Confirmed. I can't believe this.
We're not monsters. We can control ourselves without any outside help.
This is not an issue of self-control. Even the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Hi.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
We'll need lyrium. I can help.
Closing the breach will require a lot of magic, and that means lyrium. I have contacts who can help.
Do?
Contacts meaning smugglers? Send them word.
Don't worry about it.
Advantage.
We have legitimate lyrium supply lines already.
And they don't need to hear of this.
Keep it under the table, and I'll do what I can to quiet rumors.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Here goes my nap.
And I'd hoped to sit out the assault on the breach. Take a nap. Maybe go for a walk.
What is it they say? No rest for the wicked.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
I like how 3 of these options are like, yeah, he's staying. And then this one's like, nah, get the fuck out. Alright. Sure.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Maker willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Yippee! Exit the main menu real quick. Real quick. This part that makes me want to sleep more. I see. Understandable. No? Still like this? Alright. Close out the game real quick. Doing this because I lost my cursor in the game, which is making it hard to like click on things when I'm outside of menus. Bit difficult for spell casting and placing down AoE things when the camera's constantly moving. Cursor's foiled again. Ah, so you were cursored. Both of you made fucking puns. My chat has one singular brain cell. Resonating. Great minds. Great minds. Yeah. Cap. Are you gonna be able to do a Friday D&D session? Which would be Saturday for you. YouTube just recommended me Bagstep, Bagpipe and Dubstep. Sounds like you're on the right side of YouTube. Opposite of a problem. Continue. Yeah, I should be able to do it. Okay. Your message in Discord was unclear. It'd be like what? Wednesday or Saturday morning to afternoon? No, we're still in camera mode. What is going on? I didn't accidentally hit a toggle or something, did I? I don't think I have a toggle for that. Toggle mouse look. Oh. Ah, there we go. Okay. It wasn't a bug. I'm just stupid and don't know my key bindings. A friend said maybe to wanted to hang out on Saturday, and maybes are basically no's. Just be like, I've made plans. Fuck you.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
Keep them hidden. Good idea.
The last thing we need are abominations running amok.
I knew you would have a proper grasp of the situation. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
You don't trust mages.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not so much an opinion as grasping the obvious. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
Dalish don't have Templars.
The Dalish get along just fine without Templars or Circle Towers.
As I understand it, the elves limit their risk by refusing to have more than 3 mages in a clan. Tell me, what becomes of the Dalish youngster who is not appointed first or second?
They're sent to other clans.
If a clan can't raise the mage, they're sent to another that's in need of a first or second.
And if there are no clans in need of a new apprentice? For those who value survival, sentimentality is not an option. Tell me something. As you will no doubt have a hand in shaping it, what future do you see for mages?
They should be free.
Mages should be treated like anybody else.
How free did you feel living on the run, never straying too close to villages or staying in one place too long? Paint the cage any color you like. It is still a cage. It's something to consider, my dear.
She fucking hates me.
The Inquisition I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages.
Yes.
It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
We'll do our best.
We will try.
In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
How are the people doing?
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
How are people in Haven now?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
You did well to gain the mages to your cause. The people have hope that the breach may be sealed. Some of them are returning to the lives they fled. Others are starting fresh.
Okay, that's good.
In
That's
either
good.
case, they no longer believe the world as they know it is ending.
That's good. That's good. How about
Do you
elsewhere?
have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many
I've
lives.
already helped them.
Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance.
I believe I've done that.
People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon.
I can't go there yet.
Demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Alright. Josie, I interrupted your dialogue with this dwarf lady.
I'll take my leave. Good day. Who is she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages.
Daughters.
According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge.
Smile.
Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
It's been this way for years. Need more than ever. Chantry's incompetent.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. the chant did much to bridge nations. Little but the chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
Make it sound easy.
So if everyone listens to the chant, things will be smooth as silk.
I did say commonality is merely a beginning, but it's an important one. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
Planning to steer the history of the world, Ambassador Montillier.
I believe the Inquisition is already charting that course. Which brings me to a question, if you have a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I'm pretty sure it was the Divine. I don't claim to be holy. How will you?
Will my answer change your reply to the chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
That's private. I don't know. That Andraste chose me. I don't claim to be holy.
I'd tell the chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Listen, none of the best prophets blame themselves to be prophets.
Yes. Good.
Good.
Hello? Can I help you with something?
Seems like it's the same.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
Bonus against demons. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec tous ces accents? I don't know French.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
What about our allies?
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Mages? Oh, Dorian.
You must have an opinion of Dorian.
Who hasn't? The man could cause a scene standing quietly in the center of an empty room. Still, I do believe he has your best interest at heart, for all that he delights in mocking them from time to time.
Your opinion of Sarah.
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants, and she keeps prying into things. Sarah's ability to vanish whenever her mischief's discovered must come in handy, however, I'm sure.
Blackwall.
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
Sir Blackwall seems as loyal to the purpose of the Inquisition as he is to the Wardens. His travels must have taken him strange places. I wish he'd speak more about them.
What about Iron Bull?
The Iron Bull has had to have made an impression.
He is a loud, unapologetic accident merely waiting to happen. I do wish he'd stop daring poor dignitaries to outdrink him.
Nah, that's a necessary part of the diplomatic process.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
I mean, he's still working on it. That could change.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
That could change yet. Aw, the beds are no longer drifting into the fade.
Come to me, child, and I shall embrace you. In my arms lies eternity.
I don't really want to hug people out here. We're into degenerates.
It's good to be surrounded by
smell of old books. The breach is a magical problem. The mages will help us solve it.
Here it is.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies.
No shit.
Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
No killing.
You're not planning assassinations, are you?
I was planning to unleash Josephine on them. She kills with kindness.
Okay, good.
Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
I watched you die for me.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still noble.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll leave you to
I
your
mean,
work.
if we side with the Templars too, that would probably upset an equal amount of people. Oh, hey, Dory.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Hallamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
You disagree?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given Southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
So they'll rule us next?
So what? They all turn into blood mages, worship dragons, and then take over?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Understandable. We've seen Alexius.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew. So I take it you're Dalish? Is that the correct word here?
It is, yes.
Yes, that's right.
We don't have Dalish clans coming northward, for obvious reasons. So I've never met one of your people before, although I've heard about them. Little. I hope this won't be an issue between us. I am here to help you deal with the Venatori, after all.
I appreciate your help.
And I appreciate your help, Dorian.
Excellent. Mutual appreciation is a grand way to begin.
Indeed. Tell me about yourself.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
Some more than others.
Some people have superior taste. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding
This guy
and
has
the
a kink.
repository of its
His
hopes
kink
and
is him.
Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Your family's angry with you?
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
You don't like Tevinter?
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
But why do you care?
It just seems... So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
Why not go back?
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters, I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
Careful breeding?
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
How about the Imperium?
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness.
What?
All right, that
I
one's
mean, it's not true.
But the cows didn't have wings.
Oh.
I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Tell me about these cows. Mages truly rule there?
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
Strange? Why are you less qualified to rule than some tart with a fancy crown? Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
Magisterium?
What is the magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of magi, the chantry, and the major families. All majors now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
What are you, then?
If you're not a magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
And an Altus is...
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
Okay, okay. What about the Archon?
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
But mages do rule.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
That true?
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, the potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
That bad?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing.
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
I see.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
The Imperium has a chantry?
There's an Imperial chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Is it really that different?
Is the Imperial chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
You have circles?
There are circles of magi in the Imperium.
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers.
They don't use lyrium.
Ha! As if there'd be any left for them. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts. The chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
I see. What's the Black Divine?
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
A disagreement?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
Your divine is male?
So, the Imperial divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Are you religious?
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I agree with you.
I share your opinion, actually.
That's not surprising, considering what the Inquisition represents. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
Aw, thanks, homie.
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
I don't know.
I'm not sure about that myself.
Doubt is good. I like doubt. It will keep you sane. Me?
Sane?
I've seen
I
too
was sane
much to
once.
believe I know everything. The world is bigger than I. Even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe. But I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Let me ask you something else.
So many questions.
Yes. New friend. Wrong game. Could Devinter be an ally?
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
That's smart of them.
It would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago. We've been fighting the Qunari for what? 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
But we're not.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen. I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
I see. Blood magic common?
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are two different things.
What do you call it?
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
It's an interesting idea that senators are just people in control of a bunch of things in an area, and they all just pull their political weight into running the federal government. I mean, honestly, senators don't even have control over their areas. Like they're supposed to be a representative of the area that they're from, of like the state that they're from, for like US senators, for example. But like they don't actually control anything in the state that they're the senator from. For that, you need to look to state legislators. State senates. Like, yeah, they do use all of their political weight to just gain power in the federal government and not relinquish it. No Templar intervention?
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most of them probably innocent.
No, but they are politically powerful in the area. Usually that means they are big business people or real estate owners. Oh, yeah. Like, every senator's like a part of the 1%. Like, let's be real. They're all rich.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a magister who makes noise, and then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
And they join the club 1%ers running the country. Yep, exactly. And it's kind of always been that way. Same with House of Representatives. Well, there you tend to get like more people that can be like middle class, but like they join the 1%. They get there. They make like $500,000 just in one term as a congressperson. Just through their salaries. What about slavery?
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
So it's like the mages and their council that rules them, but is made of mages. Yep. In Tevinter, the mages are the 1%. They are the nobility. Meanwhile, here, in Ferelden and Arlay, mages are second-class citizens. Complete opposite.
Well, we don't have slaves in the south.
In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
From chattel slavery to wage slavery.
Is that what you call it? Treated poorly?
Abuse heaped upon those without power isn't limited to Tevinter, my friend. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
Wait for the refugee or mages to become a big enough population that when they invade, have a class of people there to manage the slave labor for them.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Naturally.
Okay. Bunch of different things. Who the fuck is this guy? Standing around. Just wait for the refugee poor mages. The refugee poor mages to become a big enough population that when they invade, they have a class of people there to manage the slave labor for them. Maybe. It's all shit.
What's on your mind?
Okay,
I
he's
should
got
go.
nothing else to talk about.
As you wish.
Salas.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are
That's why you gotta
certain
kill them. So you're
experienced time
suggesting genocide.
Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
A mage, I feel like I'd know.
I've been to the Fade before. I'd know it.
Point taken. What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
Thanks for the conversation. Doesn't matter. Not amazing, terrifying. I saw you there. What? You count mages as people. They are people. Getting into some very fascistic rhetoric right there. Thanks for the conversation.
Most people have trouble wrapping their heads around the idea.
I'm not most people.
I appreciate you talking with me about it, and not being most people.
If you wish me to speak of Elysian fashion,
You're
I may
magist?
be at a loss. Magical surprises I can handle.
No?
Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Stan just fucking leaves.
Lethalan.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
You just keep the wounded breathing, sister. I'll get you what you need.
The Chantry isn't supporting us.
I told
What do you mean?
No, mage-ish.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
I feel sun through the ashes in the sky. Where's the one who'll guide us into
You don't like mages?
Do you have a problem with our new allies? With mages?
No problem with mages. You're fine, right? My problem is magic. If mages sat on their hands, everything would be fine. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
is fire and the end of time.
That's on the Inquisition.
Is the Inquisition what you thought it would be?
Well, you're dragging people together, suppose that's something. You're gonna need more trebuchets if you're going after the sky. Or, you know, ladders.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again, with your people. Right, which ones?
Dorian.
What about Dorian?
He's fun. Could lose a bit more to Vinter.
I have fought to see the other side.
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
He makes me wonder about things. I mean, what do their women look like? Woof.
She's into it, Kunari. Vivian?
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
Blackwall?
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? Like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
Advisors?
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if we have to have it. And Cullen, I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice pair.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
Right. Me making choices in this game.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium in Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How fast does it spread?
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
You need to eliminate it.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Anything but celebrate. Plan for what's next. Catch my breath. Have a party.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Hell yeah, brother.
Need something?
Carry on.
They touched Stormheart.
Charter, if you're free later, would you like to have a drink at the tavern?
Are you courting a knife here, Scout Palette?
Ayo.
No, I don't know. I used to drink with the soldiers, but I can't talk with them anymore, not really.
You've seen enough pieces to have some idea of the size of the game we're playing.
Yes, and I'm sorry. You understand. This Elder One, there's no one I can talk to.
I'll be in the tavern this evening. Perhaps you could buy me a drink. Make sure you take a bath first.
Ayo. They
Tell
hooking
Mother
up?
Giselle, I run a business, not a cheap. Greetings.
How's the mood?
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Until later.
Stay safe.
I have a shit ton of things to sell. Alright. It is normal ass armor. Cool down amulet. Huh. Ring of attack. Brains. Nope. Nope. Regular things. Regular things. Alright.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Weird, right?
Every time I think I understand magic, the rules change.
And you're a mage, so that's saying something. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it. What can I do for you?
Nothing, apparently.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
Nice work at Redcliffe. I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
We'll talk later.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
I feel like that camera angle was a bit too high there.
It never ends, evidently.
Is there a problem?
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I hope it'll work out.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I?
There you go.
I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
I am pretty clever.
I am rather clever, aren't I?
Close the breach. Then I'll agree with you.
Alright. Sheesh. So
Do you
demanding.
need something?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
We'll look at things later. Hello, Cullen.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Just to make sure.
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. Do you have a problem with me as well?
Of course not. I have no intention of endangering your alliance, but I must ensure the safety of those here. That concern extends to the mages. They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you. Any precautions taken are meant to aid you, nothing more. I hope you will accept them as such.
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Where is, like, the lead mage? Where's John Mage?
See reason, Lisette.
Word is
We
that the
cannot stay
mages
here.
will be joining us here in Haven. I hope you've chosen your allies wisely, Herald.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Good day to you.
Smithing is hot work.
Commentary.
Goodbye.
Right.
Hello.
There was never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma.
What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one.
Yeesh.
Something on your mind?
Nothing right now.
All right.
Speak only the word. Sing only the chant.
I don't know why I went this way. I'm gonna be honest. With all these people popping in.
Researcher Minade has notes on alloys that may prove more effective against demons.
Don't know why that was
All men are the
locked out for a second there. Right. Lemons the Tranquil is a force asset, huh? Capture any keep. Smuggler Tanner. A combat ability point. Adds one more potion slot for all party members. So for 15% better prices. Buy a shipment of high quality materials for craftsmen. Highest quality. Put in an appearance. Okay. Glide. Discover range of the searching action. Nah, I can just spam it. Grants 5% increase in XP earned from killing foes. Signature focus effect for abilities can now be triggered. See, I still don't know what that means. Guess I should get it. Oh, we got like a bunch of new things. Okay. An ally from Starkhaven. Go to the war table. Ally from Starkhaven. Okay. The Inquisition has received a missive from Starkhaven. Most cordial greetings. My name is Sebastian Vale, sole heir of the Vale Princes of Starkhaven. I recently retook the throne of this great city from those who sought to gain it through unjust means. As a most devoted adherent of the Chantry, I felt the loss of the most holy Justinia V keenly. I too hoped for a resolution to the terrible conflict that claimed the lives of hundreds in Kirkwall and now threatens to claim all of Thedas. I extend Stark Haven's hand in friendship to the Inquisition. Together, let us right the wrongs visited upon our world. Prince Sebastian Vale. We can only do this. I will send emissaries through the Free March's cities. Though the Free March's cities have always been independent, earning the support of the most prosperous one may be to our advantage. I look forward to future collaboration with the Inquisition. Please accept this gift from the Vale family's coffers. May it be put toward relief efforts in Haven. In Andraste's love, Prince Sebastian. Enter a request from Hasmal. No matter what the choice or what choice I make, same reward. Commander Coat, I understand the Inquisition is working with Redcliffe's mages. I'm surprised someone from Kirkwall would condone any arrangement with them, but it does put you in a position to aid us. Hasmo's circles sustained significant damage during the uprisings. Rather than follow the Lord Seeker, many of our Templars elected to remain and deal with the aftermath, but our resources are limited. Furthermore, we have loyalist mages with us. Hasmo's people would happily throw them to the wolves, even though they had nothing to do with the rebellion. As it stands, I fear we may fail in our duty to protect them. I trust you sympathize with our predicament. I humbly request our charges be transferred to the Inquisition. Knight Commander Bryson. Alright. We're going to arrange safe passage from Hasmo and then let the city's leaders believe they owe us a favor. Hostility towards mages remains, but there are ways to travel without drawing notice. We have a few Templars of our own. Hasmo's Templars will be comfortable working with them. They can ensure safe passage for the mages. Okay. With that one. Commander Cullen, your men arrived this morning. It's good to see the Inquisition still trusts Templars to perform their duties. Once we ensure that Hasmo's circle is stable and that no dangerous items fall into the hands of unsuspecting scavengers, we will join you ourselves. Knight Commander Bryson. I got a bunch. Dare, Lake Celestine. Okay. A page from Travels of a Chantry Scholar lies on the table. This page is circled. The region between Lake Celestine and the shores of the Waking Sea is known as the Heartlands. A place of vineyards and gilded marble estates the locals refer to as cottages. It is often said that Orlay's heart is plated with gold, and so it seems fitting that the Heartlands are perhaps the richest place outside of Val Royeaux. A note is written at the bottom of the page. Comte de Moraire and Marquis Courtements, both spending money like water, which to pursue. Okay. Comte de Morier is a distant relation of the Empress. We should speak with him first. We have agents in place near Courtmans now. We can infiltrate his manor at a moment's notice. And Coleman's not participating. This leads to two different things later in the game. Like there's no follow-up after the night. Okay. Okie dokie. The distant relation of the Empress. Spending money like water, which to pursue. For this one.
Let's see what we have.
I have to actually wait a minute for that one. The Hunter Shade Dracolisk. The creature has been cornered and saddled. The nippings were severe, but it waits for the Inquisitor to claim in the stables. Forgot about that. Grand Cleric Iona. I counted that one. Wait for this to finish. Okay, there it is. Nightingale. Orders received. Will update. Fisher. Okay. Simple. Okay. Well, the Chantry is ostensibly the Inquisition's ally. A cleric has arisen as leader of those who oppose it. Grand Cleric Iona of Cumberland has quietly gathered them around her, giving her an early lead in the race to become the next divine. Should she succeed, this could mean a resumption of widespread opposition to the Inquisition, as well as a danger to the Herald of Andraste. She has rivals. We should pick one and give that cleric whatever ammunition we can muster against Grand Cleric Iona. A Grand Cleric Iona has no secrets, but she is dangerous. She has hooked her wagon to this issue alone. We cannot let it take her to the Sunburst throne. She must be silenced. A display of force and a warning are all we need. She is not a fool, and we realize the Templar Order no longer protects her. And will realize no longer protects her. Word for this is an Amulet of Power. What does that do? Is that the one that just gives you a free skill point? Yeah. Okay. I don't want that. Show of force. There was some initial ranting on the part of the Grand Cleric, but I think the constant presence of Inquisition soldiers outside the doors of the Grand Cathedral serve as enough of a reminder to quiet the other clerics. Some grumbling remains, but the danger appears to have passed. They've moved on to other concerns. Whispers. Your heart shall burn. Join forces with your new allies to assault the heart of the breach and close it once and for all. 8 to 11. That sounds like next week kind of thing. Or actually, given there is the possibility that tomorrow's D&D session on Felicia's channel might get canceled, considering that today's was canceled. Let me actually use that amulet thing, because I'll probably forget by the next time I play. Amulet of Power. What did you have on before? That one. 5% cooldown modifier, spinny blades. Rogue only. We don't have a blade person. Staff of Stasis. Undying, 5% chance to heal for half health. Leader of Souls. 20% versus living. It's a dagger. Also rogue only. You can't even use it. Leader of Souls. Wish you could have like 2 weapon sets. That's pretty good. We could transfer those over. That undying thing seems pretty nice. What about this one? No. We still don't have anything for fucking Blackwall. Still fucking nothing, dude. Is this one? On kill plus 10 magic for 10 seconds. So this, virulent. Plus 4% barrier damage. Walking bomb for 5 seconds with detonation of 50% weapon damage. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Here's additional random elemental damage. 5% extra damage for each enemy within 8 meters. Sunder on hit. AoE. Versus corrupted. So it gives like a bunch of resistances. Can't even use this one. 2% chance to cast Mind Blast on a hit. Rip. Good stats, though. Probably get rid of that. Percent health. To be melee. Like it happens no matter what. He apparently has the best that I can give her. This is the best that I can give him. Iron Bull. I keep selling all of the things that he can use for his helmet. Whoopsie daisy. There's arm 3 and 2. Lendaris. Dragon webbing. What are these? Other. Masterwork Wave Blade. Ooh, that's a long sword. Helm of the Inquisitor. Ender Mail. I really wish there was like a mark all as seen or whatever for that. Check out what that wave blade looks like. I know, right? Here. I should save. It said save, but I meant get rid of. Those. Also wish there was like a storage chest or something. That'd be nice. He keeps like everything. Doesn't look like it. Just from like this session, or this time that I'm in it.
Travel safely.
Master Threaten says you won't have more until next week.
Okay. Dorian this, right? And take this. Move that. I'm gonna remove that. Alright. And then I'm gonna take this. Thing seems pretty cool. Icon. That. Slightly lower DPS. But it has that unique trait.
Should serve you well.
And then give that to Dorian. You also need things. Oh, that's an amulet. Okay. And then, oh, wait, yeah, that's correct. Okay, Masterwork Wave Blade. Looks a little funky. Okay. Dragon Bone makes it real good. Obsidians makes it pretty good. Like obsidian's the only good one that I have. I'm not using that. Just a fully obsidian sword. Boom. Okay. Masterwork engraved short or great sword rather. Literally dark and edgier. Ah, I can't use obsidian for this. A tragedy. %. 8%. I feel like just the crit chance is good. Ah, now I can use obsidian. Yes. Yes. This. Get the grip. Put this on it. It completely control. There we go. It loaded in the texture. There we go. And then we give this to actually. Give it to you. And to take Cassandra over Blackwall or Iron Bull. And then you get this. Bam. We can finally get rid of that one fucking sword. This regular ass sword. We can get rid of that. Yippee!
For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. As the Mokri's light
We got that. Are there like new quests and stuff? Now that... Would I be able to tell if there's new quests? That's requisition bullshit. Without heading there myself. That's not where I was. Suppose we can always go there and find out. If there's anything new. Everybody leveled up. Take target from behind. Under knocked down. Bat roll. Oh, forgot about Sarah. Tee.
Even before the sky fell open, this was a land of spirits and demons. Magic grows wild in the hills of Redcliffe.
All the people that were here are now gone.
Greetings.
Hello? You got any recipes? Oh.
Good day. Good day.
Inquisition protection. Oh wait, can we go up to the castle? Meet Arnold Tegan? See how he's doing? Fucking vacating his castle. There's a bunch of eventer dudes.
Long days.
Okay.
No, they don't.
It's just what I heard.
Good day.
Bridge is still out.
Remember the first time
Rip.
the dead walked these halls? When a blood mage poisoned Arlene?
Damn it. I tried.
Blessings upon the Inquisition.
Good day. Good day.
Is that an invisible wall? I see. It is?
Yes, sir.
All of the mage is gone. Kinda looks like it. Up. Okay. Looks like there's nothing new. Nothing new. in your heart shall burn. I'm not gonna do this mission, but we're just gonna get right outside the war table. And then when next we play, we can just start it immediately.
Magic exists to serve man and
Mainly
never
because I'm
For all that you are doing to her.
not sure if I'll be able to finish this mission. Like the time that I've got left, because I do still have work. So, we're gonna end it here for today. Nice chill stream. A little bit of magic shenanigans having gone on. Alright, close that out. And how EA just pops up its little thing whenever I close the game. Alright. So yeah, we are gonna end it here for today. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, well, yeah, I do technically stream every Tuesday. Every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Starting at around 4:30 p.m., going to around 8:30 p.m. PST. And I am a GM of a D&D 5e campaign that normally takes place on Tuesdays. Now, starting at about 6:30 p.m., going to around 10:30 p.m. But for this week, it's going to be on Friday, unless any, any cancellations happen on that day. In which case, if it does get canceled, I'll probably just play some more Inquisition. Wednesdays, I normally don't stream. I am a player in a D&D 5e campaign on Wednesdays over on Just Bliss's channel. That is usually starting at 5 p.m. PST also goes until around 10:30 p.m. But given that one of the players is sick, I'm not sure if we're going to have session for it tomorrow. If we don't, I might do another Inquisition stream. This Thursday is my birthday. We're going to do a bit of a, not really special stream, like a bit of a longer stream that day. I'm thinking maybe like a 12-hour stream or something, where we're going to start with our weekly reading of Project 2025, kind of like read a chapter. Ooh, 12 hours, yeah. Like read a chapter, and then afterwards we're going to try out Fallout London. On happy early birthday, thank you. I will be becoming a wizard on Thursday. Be reaching the big 30 old man midlife crisis age range, But yeah. Prior to going on vacation to London, hell yeah, London and the post apocalypse. Having a nice little vacay into post-apocalyptic London. It'll be a good time. Which probably means that I need to actually make sure that I have that working. It's a free mod. I have downloaded it, but I haven't actually opened it up to see if it works. And there were also some like recommended mods by the developers that I might try installing if the best to check. Yeah, I'll probably do that tonight after work or something. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. So yeah, that's Thursday's stream. And yeah. And then D&D on Friday, barring no cancellations. So yeah, that's what our week is looking like. And I also took Friday off, so technically, if the D&D does happen, I'm canceling. Ooh. All right, no D&D. All right. Okay. Well, jokes. Cap over here gonna have to explain to the others why they're not gonna be getting the party birthday inspiration for playing on the week of my birthday. Yikes. Wait, what? No, nothing. Don't worry about it. But yeah, for now though, we shall end it here for today. We shall continue Inquisition either tomorrow if we don't have D&D or next week, if we do. That only the BBG gets that. No. Y'all are struggling to find a hidden cultist tunnel. You might need some party-wide inspirations. But yeah. We're gonna end it here for today. I hope y'all have a lovely day or night, whatever it is in your time zone. We shall, and yeah, see ya next time. Bye-bye. Have a good night. I love you. Bye-bye.